let's go and take it over to BigBeaz.
Hello, everybody. I'm super excited to be here to run one of my favorite games, Berserk Boy. Man, this is a any percent New Game Plus run, and the best way for me to have learned this game, I realized, was to just like go into a trance state. So I was like, man, if I'm gonna like go into a trance, I need somebody that's like a yapper extraordinaire. And with that being said, you love them, you're afraid of them. PT?
We have to get over this stigma that people are afraid of me. I am a very approachable person. I am nice. I am extremely like yappy. That we gotta get past this somehow. But yes, hi, yes, it's been 84 years. I know I said goodbye forever, but I'm back. I'm back. I know it was like 19 hours ago that I was here, but I have returned to talk about one of my favorite games that I found at a Steam Next Fest, I think the better part of about 3 to 4 years ago. It was something that I picked up on and I was like, oh, this is going to hit. And I have loved it ever since. As a matter of fact, I think I introduced this game to you, Beaz.
Yes, you did. 100%.
And I'll also say this. The only time you have to be scared of PT is if you've done something wrong with which Beaz, you wouldn't have done anything wrong, have you?
No, I'm an angel. Complete angel.
Okay. I don't know about all that. But Beaz, are you ready to take us through this Berserk Boy new game plus any percent run on PC? Because yes. I'm pumped to see you run this.
I am excited. All right, so time is going to start. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to get this. Let's see, create a new file.
And also, while Beaz is doing that chat, we are only $29 away from 29,000. So make sure to get in those donations. We are so close to $29,000.
All right, so time is going to start when I hit A at this screen right here, and time will end when I defeat Genos and go to the the screen fades and it brings up the little end of level title screen. That's when time will end. So without further ado, let's get started in 3, 2, 1, go. And so we're going to skip some screens.
And off to the races.
So one of my favorite things about this game is that as much as I love the game, people who have heard me talk about games before will tell you that I will absolutely go in on your story if I don't care about your story. I love Berserk Boy down, but the story is about a kid named Clay who just literally is like chosen, so to speak, to be the wielder of all these different suits that looks very much like Mega Man, and we're going to get into that a little bit later. As you can see there, he's having a rough time, but it's fine. So
I guess you could say a rocky time.
I'm not going to tolerate this with you on the mic. Thank you. So he literally can change into all these outfits that you get over the course of the game. And that's kind of like the gist of it. There's some bad people. You kind of do stuff to beat them up, but that's about it. And if you're a shinobi or a Ninja Gaiden enjoyer, we have the suit on that is an inspiration from that outfit or from those games.
And speaking of fun things that this is an inspiration to, this game is like a love letter to Mega Man and Sonic. And speaking of Sonic, if you want to push towards that bid war, Sonic is still in the lead, but I don't know for how much longer. So, let us know who you like better. Is it the plumber or the blur?
You got to relax on all of that. You're doing a lot there to detract from the joy that is Sonic. I don't know why y'all insist on trying to box the inevitable. But nonetheless, this is Berserk Boy. As you can see here, very heavily influenced by Mega Man, has influences from the Sonic games, and very much a love letter by a single dev, nonetheless, who unfortunately couldn't join us this evening. He planned on joining us, but life, the universe, and other things had other plans. Those plans being he kind of had a kid. So we went ahead and we said we will do our best to represent your game for everybody.
Big shout out to
Yab.
Uh-oh. Oh, wait, you're doing okay there?
Yeah.
You having a moment? You're all right?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah,
I'm talking about your character.
Oh, yeah, this is his first time trying out the suit. So the power was a little too much for him. but his little bird friend that he met is like, you can do it, Kay. I believe in you. And so, you know, we channel the power of friendship, and we gain control of the suit, and that's the end of the tutorial level, essentially. And now we get into the game proper.
Now, I gotta say, this is probably one of my favorite speed games that I've had a chance to play in more recent years. And like you said, the dev is a fantastic person, but just the love that they poured into this has been really evident through how this game plays, the stages, the forms, all of it. And Beaz, no kidding, has been practicing this extremely hard, as have all the amazing runners tonight. So I gotta ask you, Beaz, what is your favorite form in this game? That being said,
I will say, just from like pure aesthetics, between Ice Kunai and the Mind Blaster. But you'll see a lot more of that one whenever we go to bosses or anything of the such.
good call. Also, we just had a $10 donation from Abyss, which, with no comment, but that takes us one step closer towards $29,000 raised. Chat, who will be the one who's going to get us to that $29,000? Collectively, y'all are crushing it, helping this money go towards Race Forward, helping to affect change. Thank you all so much. And yeah, with that being said, PT, you played a lot of this game. What's your favorite form?
My favorite form, bar none, is going to be the one that does the drill claw for a number of reasons. So first and foremost, I like the color scheme of it. Secondly, it looks like a little hedgehog or a little porcupine of sorts, and I think that it's adorable. But then thirdly, whenever you go through and you go through walls like you just saw, the little wooden ones, or not wooden ones, the granite ones, or granite ones, depending on how you want to say it. It says Jewel Claw, which takes me back to my Marvel vs. Capcom 2 days of having people play Wolverine, and we love our short king. We genuinely do. But the Jewel Claw would make people so angry because they expect it to be much longer than what it is, and it's always a short range boy, which makes sense because that's our short king.
And speaking of which, I hate to interrupt you, but we just hit $29,000. And I think we can all hype that up. Let's see that hype in chat. Y'all are doing incredible. Chat, we are at $29,050 with two $25 donations coming in. We got $25 from Anonymous with no comment, and also another $25 donation from Anonymous. Thank you all so much for helping bring us one step closer towards those milestones for the Sekiro run, and also towards that Inner Bosses showcase. Y'all are crushing it, and I love to see it.
I love that we are only 2.5 away from the milestone. And chat, in case you wanted to know, because even though I'm getting dragged all over the place for being comms and leads and everything else, that also would mean that we would PB on our money raised from last year. Today.
Love that.
We're coming up on a PB. We're coming up on a PB. So chat, you're going to want to hit the milestone because you're going to want a PB. We want to PB not just today, but for the entire event. So get those donations in. Make sure you're voting for Sonic in that Sonic versus Mario bid war. Make sure that you're contributing so that you can get a chance to win some of these dope prizes that we have across the entire event. I need to talk about that for a hot second before I get back into this game, actually. $200 cumulative for a PS5, a Switch 2, Mario Kart World, and Sonic Racing Cross Worlds is actually out of control. That's actually out of control. Like, you have to understand, you cannot get one of those consoles for that same amount. Literally. And one of them is actually a recent console to boot. So $200 across the entire event. That's $200 right now to help us towards our milestone. That's $50 every single day. That's $10 increments. There's different ways you can go about it, and you can even approach it. And you can still be contributed for other prizes too. So that's, like, I don't know. Am I the only one who thought that that was diabolical work? Because I feel like that's actually top tier.
You know what's actually diabolical though? What? We are just under like $344 or $46 away from $1,000 for the Inner Bosses showcase for Sekiro. We are so close, chat. We are so close to $1,000 raised for that, and y'all are crushing it with this. But also, you know, PT, we just had a $50 donation from Courtney Rail saying, I'm not afraid of PT, just afraid of the wrong character winning the mascot war. And I know PT agrees with me. Mario takes off his hat plenty and has hair. So for those wanting to carry forth the bald is beautiful vibes, pick Sonic. He most definitely has no hair, just quills.
Oh my God.
Also, BigBeaz, the Dark Queen, will forever now be known to me as Becky with the bad leg. And thank you muchly for that. Trans rights, Black Joy, and good luck. And
Oh
also,
my gosh.
you know, Sonic doesn't have hair, but he does have quills. Just saying.
He does.
Saying.
As soon as you said the quills part, I wasn't going to contest it. I wasn't going to contest it for even a little bit. But coming back to Berserk Boy for a hot second, so you can see a lot of the inspirations, but what you can see that we didn't take from our Mega Man learnings is that Berserk Boy does not move at the pace of a snail, because that's something about the Mega Man games I always thought made it like extraordinarily difficult. Was Mega Man, even before upgrades and even after some upgrades, was someone that just it felt like he was very limited in his movement tech. I mean, sure, you had Rush every now and again, and then yeah, you might have different outfits from bosses that could help out with it, but Berserk Boy gives you that out the gate. And one of the things I really, really love about Berserk Boy is the fluidity of how you move, especially in your purple suit where you get to do the lightning dashes, and you also have special moves that are lightning bombs around you. You have the drill claw armadillo kind of outfit that helps you go through all those granite areas and keep the movement alive. And you can actually quick swap between those two. So you can do a drill claw through a wall and immediately transform out into your purple suit and go back to doing your zippy movement. It's really, really crispy. But I actually have a question for Beaz about this as we watch him blast through this game, and we keep waiting for more donations to come in as you support me.
Oh, so close.
Oh, you tried to go for the quick cycle?
Yeah.
That's
Right.
okay. That's okay.
So I wanted to ask you,
Yes.
what got you into doing the run for New Game Plus in particular? Because you have everything in the game right now. That's something I haven't called out to viewers yet, is you don't have all of these suits right away. You start with the purple suit, and then over time you'll get the red suit, which is the armadillo, then you'll get the shinobi looking suit, and then you get the kind of spy suit, which you're doing a lot of really good work with. So what made you decide New Game Plus was the run you liked?
Because I didn't want to wait on, truth be told, the main reason is I didn't want to wait on the double dash. I love the double dash with this suit. So that was it. Like, new game, you'd have to start with just regular K running around and then get the suit and then deal with a single dash. And no, I wanted to move quick, and that was the best way to move quick. Plus, you have access to all the suits, which I like to utilize all the different suits to clear, you know, every obstacle that comes up. So I just wanted to have a full arsenal.
So double dash. So you're a Mario mascot fan over Sonic. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm gonna have to go. Well, see, I do love Bowser though. So Bowser has me leaning more towards that. But other than that, gotta go with Sonic.
You know what? Oh, so if you disagree, chat, let us know. Let us know, because that bid war is heating up right now. And also, we also have a bid war going on for something a little bit later with Octopath Traveler 2 with Mocha Jones, one of your hosts and runners for this evening, which is the language choice between English and Japanese. So make sure that if you want to see one of those languages, you get that in.
Yeah, Octopath is one of the games that I actually helped with commentating on too, but I won't be commentating this time. But Mocha does a fantastic job on Octopath, regardless of the language. But if you have a preferred one, you know, that'll impact how long the run takes. That'll impact other things like what's going to be loading up quickly and other items. So if you want to get into it, definitely get into it. And again, you still have the 2-for-1 going. So whether you donate to that Inner Bosses Showcase or to that bid war, it'll count towards the milestone, but you want the Inner Bosses Showcase because that's part of the Sekiro run. That's part of the Sekiro run.
Like, it's not just a showcase. That is showing off, like, the ideal combat arts, and it's incredibly difficult. So being able to see somebody do this, as well as do it as well as Gaming Musume does, is an absolute joy. See what I did there? Sorry, chat. But we are at $29,075 raised. We are 92% of the way to that showcase, and just under $1,000 from making it to 30,000 raised, which I know chat can do. I know chat can do before we get to the end of that run. So make sure that you put towards that milestone and also that incentive, which is a 2-for-1. You get 2 things for 1 for your money.
So I need to talk a little bit about some of the stuff that BigBeaz is doing in the game outright. So this game is also very, very interesting in the aspect of you get to do levels, and all the levels, once you complete them, once they actually have their side missions, which you may not see that very often in a lot of Mega Man games. And some of those side missions are going to be things like rescuing civilians, because all the town, as you can see, is a whole hot disaster. It's being overran by multiple robots, which definitely isn't Dr. Wily coded in any way, shape, or form. And it is also kind of crumbling and being torn down everywhere as they try to take over to make way for their, we'll just call it the robot apocalypse. It's very similar to some of the things that we're all accustomed to, but unlike most other scenarios, we actually can stop this robot apocalypse from happening. So that's why you see BigBeaz over here doing these horde modes, fighting against bosses, and also just kind of dealing with very angry clones of himself and people who got access to suits that definitely shouldn't have them. Like, this guy has a crappy goatee and a headband. No one is taking him seriously.
And he is, this is nothing on the voice actor or the character development at all, but this guy makes so many fire-related puns that I had to put him down quick first time I met him.
God dang.
That makes perfect sense. Speaking of, I have a question for chat now that I want you to show in your donations.
Are you ready to head out?
Since this is such a Mega Man inspired game, since this is so Mega Man coded, I know you're out there with your Mega Man takes and stuff. I want to know who some of your favorite bosses are.
Ooh.
We have a plethora of them. I want to know some of your favorite bosses from the Mega Man series. Thor, what you got? What's your favorite boss from the Mega Man series?
Honestly, okay. Favorite one, Quint, future Mega Man that Dr. Wily kidnapped and had in the future. I love that line, but also, are we talking about like any Mega Man series or main Mega Man?
Any Mega Man series. Branch out where you need to.
Honestly, the Mega Man Zero from the Mega Man Zero series is one of my favorites, but also Serenade from Mega Man Battle Network 3 will always be a favorite.
How about you, BigBeaz? I know you playing the game, but I know you secretly want to yap too, so yours.
I really love Flame Mammoth and Spark Mandrill.
You know what? Actually, I lied about my option. Base EXE. Base EXE. The cloak just gives him edgelord energy, and I love him for that. He's my favorite, especially the manga. Oh my god, it goes so hard.
Great. Yes.
Okay. Now the bad news. Go ahead.
Oh, gone? I was going to say, we just hit $2,000 raised through the Twitch tool chat. So freaking proud of you all. You all are crushing it. Remember, you can use the Twitch donate tool to donate without ever having to leave the screen, and it's just going up and up with that number. So thank you all so much for your donations.
So we've got a couple of them in chat as well, because I see Flame Dragoon. We got a couple options. Someone is screaming about bass, but that's not, I guess technically you could say bass, that's fine. Yeah, you could say bass, that's fine. I see a couple of other people in chat saying Omega from Mega Man Z3. I saw Armored Armadillo in there. Fantastic. So I want to know what those are, and I want to know some of them from donations as well. And I'm not going to ask you for nothing much. I'm just saying the bare minimum is fine. $5 is a good donation. It's a great donation. It's a fantastic donation. $5 can help make the dream work like teamwork. So I want to know them. I want to hear them. I want to hear Thor read them, but I also want to hear Thor read some more donations in general.
I got you. And speaking of which, by the way, during this Back to Black event, your donations help raise funds to specifically support Black-led organizing and narrative work. We center the lived experience of those most affected by systemic racism to define the solutions that will help our whole society level up. And speaking of which, on that note, we've got $25 from Anonymous that goes, or with no comment, that goes towards that very goal. And an additional $25 donation from another anonymous person. Thank you so much, as well as the $1 donation from Dread Optimist. We appreciate you.
Wow.
And one last donation, we got $100 from Iskarel saying, PT, we appreciate you.
Oh, thank you so much, Iskarel. It's super duper appreciated. So another thing that we have BigBeaz doing here is you'll see that there's a variety of different bosses that he's been fighting. Some of them are going to be repeats because you'll have one iteration. A spider is a good example of what we had. That'll come in the first time, and then it'll come in a second time that's upgraded. We'll have that happen a couple of times before we go through different locations throughout the entire game. So in this area in particular, you see that we're in our designated ice area. when you're doing this on the vanilla game, before you hit New Game Plus, you're not equipped with all of the actual outfits just yet. Not quite yet, because there's still one more you have to get that would make your life a little bit easier. And I kind of mentioned some of the side questing in this game previously. Another thing that was really fun about it is once you do some of the side questing, you'll be able to open up other items as well. There's also a lot of fun time trials. There's also a lot of really like quirky things involved with collectibles. It's a good time. It's a great time. But sometimes you go into generators and they blow up, and so you have to fix it by blowing it up more, question mark.
Also, real quick, we have a wonderful donation coming in from $100 from Zoo, saying absolutely smashing the run, bees, and I'm sorry I couldn't be there tonight. I hate time zones. Well, Zoo, that's okay, because we love you and we appreciate you for taking the time to make this amazing game.
Correct.
And being here to support where you can. And speaking of which, if y'all want to support, if you can't donate, you can be here. You can spread this event through word of mouth, telling people about GDQ and the Back to Black event, as well as Frame Fatales and so many others. Make sure to tell your friends, come out, support however you can. It makes a huge difference in making these events possible from viewers like you.
So another thing that I'm really enjoying about this run, just watching it along the board, is that this is another game that, even though there's a lot going on, and even though we're in New Game Plus, it feels a lot like this is super duper accessible, because we're not seeing a mountain of glitches, we're not seeing a ton of stuff where it requires you to do a bunch of tech. You are kind of just finding your routing and finding different ways to break the routing in order to make it go fast. And that's something I always endorse when trying to pick up or talk about any level of speed run, because it's not to say that I don't think you should do glitches. I am not going to be some weird elitist. I just am bad at glitch games. I'm just going to be honest with everyone. My brain is not built like that. So I like seeing the games where I can just kind of pick it up and go, or if I have to do something like maybe do a singular playthrough and then I can get access to the fun run, that's very fine with me as well. And using some really good damage boost in there to just go ahead and keep the run alive, because those were definitely spikes that you were hanging out in, but because you were in iframes, it didn't really matter too much. You're just kind of hanging out doing the things and stuff.
Yeah, there's certain spots you'll see me do that. I did, oh, that was close. Kay can, in certain situations, dash down, hit the spikes, and not take damage. So you'll definitely see me take advantage of that.
And also, chat, we are just $196 away from $1,000 raised for that Sekiro 2-for-1 Inner Bosses Showcase by Gaming Musume. And we get to 1,000. I think we can. And also goes towards that Immortal Severance glitchless run. So make sure to go and put in towards that incentive after you donate. You can put in towards that incentive for 15 minutes after your donate. Chat, I think y'all can go a bit harder than that. Can we get to $29,500 in the next 10 minutes? Can we? I think we can.
I believe in us. I think that we can. I even think that we could probably hit that and get most of that milestone knocked out before the run even starts. That's just me, though. I have faith. I'm a believer in chat. I'm a believer in chat. I'm a believer in the viewers at home. I'm a believer in everybody who has been supporting and participating with us throughout this weekend so far. As always, thank you so very, very, very much.
And you know who agrees with you, by the way?
Who's that?
That $25 donation from Brittany Filth saying, let's go gamers, let's hit 30,000. Shout out to PT, less than 3. And also $25 from Land saying, en route to 30K baby.
Love that for us. I believe in us, especially since we're getting closer to less than 2,000 away from that milestone. I appreciate everyone coming out and helping us so much. I want to take a moment to talk about the purple suit, though, here, and why it's the suit that, no matter how you play, absolutely rips. So it's the starting suit that you get, and it's very, very rare that you get a game where sometimes your starting stuff is the best stuff. We actually had the same conversation, Cypher and I, around Cuphead, and how the pea shooter in Cuphead actually is kind of baller. It's kind of a banger. If you wanted to do your runs with that, you absolutely could. But in this game in particular, the purple suit, even out the gate with little to no upgrades, is just absolutely phenomenal. It's amazing for movement. It's amazing for damage. It's amazing for recovery. It has it all right away, and it's dope. And it's just also something that's really, really cool to look at that makes you feel cool as you're actually using it. And I think that gets lost a lot of times when we kind of play some of our games where it's so focused on the utility of it that it kind of loses that cool factor, if that makes sense to you. But in a Mega Man game, you have to be cool. Being cool is like part of the assignment. It's one of those things that you absolutely are going to do it.
And speaking of cool, that worm boss right there, that mini boss, is a nice reference to some of the older Mega Mans if you've ever played them, especially the Mega Man Zero series. Love to see some cool stuff. We are also $150 away from $29,500, which is also really cool. And I want to hear about some of your favorite characters in the Mega Man universe, but also if you played this game and you've got a favorite form, I'd love to see a $5 dono train going. Tell us who you enjoy, because I'm not gonna lie, I really like the air form, the green one.
Oh yeah.
I just think that one oozes cool. And if you know Harpooia from Mega Man Zero, love.
And it's really, really interesting that you say that one, because the winged one in this game, I'm very, very lukewarm on, and it's because the design I'm not the keenest on, but the movement tech, I can get over it. Like, I'm fine. I don't care how it looks, but I do like what it do. So I'm always just like, I'm going to put on my ugly suit, and then we're just going to fly through the rest of this level. But as you can see here, going back to the purple suit, the reason we're using that is because it still is faster in the grand scheme of things. The wing suit is really, really nice for when it wants to hide the verticality from you, which you can just say, well, joke's on you, I have wings. I had my Red Bull today, but it's a suit, it's not an energy drink instead.
Not the energy drink.
Well, I mean, we don't listen. I'm not an energy drink girly unless it's like E-tanks and other drinks of that nature. But beyond that, I'm not. I'm very much a ginger ale girly. I'm actually drinking a ginger ale as we're commentating on this run and going through and watching. I actually want to ask B some more about that. What kind of upgrades do you have on your final suit here? Because I haven't played the New Game Plus run yet, and I know that my final suit, definitely when I put that out there, it doesn't do anything but tell me that that's an enemy and that's it.
The main upgrade I have for it is the one that's the most important to me is infinite ammo. That's the last upgrade you can buy, which just makes it so that you don't have to, because before you would have to like reload, or a good way to reload your ammo will be to swap, there we go, swap forms. And so when you get the infinite ammo, you don't have to do that. All you have to do is just point and click until they stop moving. But yeah, that's one of the things. I think it also increased like ammo size, like how much ammo they could hold before they had to reload. So there were a lot, but they were kind of outshadowed by the final upgrade, which was the infinite ammo. And it really comes in handy because it is, as you saw with the spider bosses, I had to, I was spraying and praying. So not having to worry about that stuff is wonderful. You'll also see another thing. You may have, I don't know if y'all caught it already, but there's going to be another thing in this game. The speedrunners have found infinite jump. You can jump forever. But it doesn't really help the run out much, except for in certain spots. So I can't just, spam it. But you will definitely see it. Whenever you see K go from this form to his regular form and then back, that's what's happening. I'm doing infinite jump to get through certain things because in my experience, there's certain things that you go faster. It's even better than the flying suit.
Speaking of infinite jump, can we get some infinite hype in chat? Because we are just $650 away from $30,000. Chat, we are so close. I don't know about you, but I think we can get to 30,000 by the end of this run, chat. And
I believe
we've also got Yeah, same. Like with the way Beaz has been doing this and all these runners have been pushing through, I know chat can push through. And on top of that, we got a $25 donation from Sprinkle Theory saying, very excited to see the inner bosses showcased by Musume. And yay, this gets us closer to Immortal Severance. Love a 2-for-1 dono, which, yes, Sprinkle is correct. Your donos can be a 2-for-1 towards that incentive for the inner bosses showcase and the Immortal Severance glitchless run for the milestone. So make sure to put in towards that incentive when you are doing your donos. But chat, let's see some hype towards 30K and let's start a countdown.
I would love a good countdown. Oh, so I want to talk about this real fast. So Beaz is actually in home base, and every now and again throughout the actual gameplay and the story, your home base gets invaded. So you have to come home and you find out, oh, them boys is here. And so you have to run around, you have to find them all. And sometimes they'll be all just in a nice concentrated area. Right now, Beaz is dealing with somebody who's outside because, of course, there's an outside area. Why wouldn't there be? One of the things about this bunker, though, that cracks me up is that there are certain areas, like what Beaz just walked away from, where if you fall down them, it counts as a bottomless pit, which is wild when you consider that it's like, but this is our bunker. Why does our bunker have a bottomless pit?
And not only that, I think this is actually my favorite area of the game. If you've ever played the Mega Man Zero series, you know the resistance base, and this is like a love letter to that, which also gets invaded all the time. So just saying, favorite area of the game right here.
And so then you have your guy that you talk to who definitely is not a knockoff of Dr. Light. There's a lot of that. I'm realizing that Berserk Boy and Cuphead have a little bit more in common than I wanted to give credit. Because y'all just out here borrowing people. I just realized that because we had to fight Dr. Wily earlier. Oh, I'm sorry, Dr. Call. I was a liar. But this Dr. Light has spiky hair, so that's how we know it's the difference.
Now, speaking of Dr. Light, can I ask, PT, do you have a favorite Mega Man game? And chat, do you have a favorite Mega Man game? I would love to see a dono train going on. See if we can get a $5 dono train, or you tell us about your favorite Mega Man game and let us know what it is.
So I unfortunately don't have a true favorite because I do enjoy a good run through of Mega Man and Bass.
Ooh, okay.
But part of that is because of one of our longtime members, It's Q in Black and the Flash, who has been off doing his own life things, and we miss him dearly. And then the other part of that is because I have not had a lot of exposure to other Mega Man games outright. So I knew about the X games, I knew about a lot of the games. I know that Mega Man has announced a new game at the Video Game Awards, which I'll be honest, I am not the big Mega Man knower besides a handful of games. But when I saw that, I was actually panicking because I told the person sitting next to me, I actually knew them, I wasn't talking to a stranger, that I had to go back and check on the Black and the Flash Discord. I was like, I think somebody might be actually in jeopardy. I know at least one person is, because there's an actual new Mega Man game coming. There's a new Mega Man game coming.
You know, honestly, I'm so excited for that. Like, I used to speedrun Mega Man, and I love the series. So seeing Mega Man get new games is wonderful. But for me, honestly, you know, my favorite is Mega Man Battle Network 3 and Mega Man 03. Battle Network 3 is just god tier levels of good.
Absolutely. And I know that there's a lot of Battle Network enjoyers out there as well. You know, the creator of this game actually has a small little side desktop game too called Berserk Bits. That is kind of like game. Yes. So if you're looking for cute and cozy things that go on your desktop and stuff as well, Berserk Bits is super duper fun.
I haven't put in over 300 hours into that desktop game. Nope, wouldn't be.
What do you mean? That's so many hours. I've
been waiting for a game like that forever.
Oh my god. I mean, it's we can make so many requests, but we know eventually the indie dev will just do it. Hit him with that Nike swoosh, and it's like, I want this game, and it's not coming. And someone eventually just says, you know what, I'll just do it. It's fine. It is fine. I'll take care of it. Now I just need someone to go ahead and just make the actual Chow Garden game, but that's a different conversation.
And speaking of which, we got a $15 donation from Anonymous, bringing us one step closer to 29,500. So thank you very much for helping us raise money for Race Forward, which Beaz is currently smashing right now.
And we're $125 away from 29.5. I still think that we can get to 30K in this run. I believe in us immensely. I also love that for the bottomless pits areas in a lot of these levels, the only way you really know it is with just the glowing skulls that are very tiny, that the first 2 times that you die because of that, I can guarantee it's going to be because you're looking at it and going, what is that?
Yep.
That was definitely me.
I also love the crunchiness of the game. Very, very just the sound effects and the way that things hit and how they land is always really, really good. And that's something that you don't really get in a lot of the games until much later, and I noticed in the Mega Man series, because you kind of just get the crunchiness specifically when it's like you pick up certain items or you have certain things happening that cause the screen shake. But beyond that, you don't really get that good crunchy feedback. All right, what do we got in here?
This is a turtle.
That's friend-shaped.
That is, you know what? That is friend shaped, minus the cannon. I don't know if that's huggable.
Yeah, he's friend shaped for now.
This reminds me of a stage in I think one of the early Mega Man's Woodman stage with a giant cat that throws stuff at you, and oh well, there's the throwing stuff at you.
It's fine.
Not too friend shaped with a giant galactic laser on it.
I mean, it's fine. You didn't get hit. You didn't die.
Nah.
I'm not seeing the issue. I think things are fine.
You know what? I'm not.
Go ahead.
Oh, nah, you're good. I was just gonna say, speaking of something that's not an issue, taking us just a bit closer to $1,000 raised for that Inner Bosses Showcase for Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. You know, you want to see the hardest bosses in the game getting beat, and also it's a 2-for-1 for our Sekiro Immortal Severin Shura Showcase. Make sure to put in towards that. We are just $125 away from $29,500.
One thing you'll see me, I learned that that the lightning suit, it usually just has 2 dashes, but okay, there we go. But as soon as you hit an enemy, those refresh. So you'll see certain spots where I have to like dash through a whole bunch of enemies. You'll see me, you'll see me use the lightning suit so that I can just get through it without any issue, and you'll see me just bouncing from enemy to enemy.
And it's interesting because when you first get the Shinobi suit, like what you're wearing right here, I know it's not called that, but I always call it that because I can see the inspiration for it. What's interesting about that is that people look at it and might be thinking, well, the Shinobi suit has a similar tech and then you have some stars and stuff that you can throw, so what's the real difference? And the difference is that you don't get that bounce back feedback. You also don't get to chain those jumps the way that Beaz just described. And the big carry about it is really the fact that you can do the dashes, you have the throwables because everything else requires you to be a little bit closer or be willing to engage directly. And then you do stuff like that.
So I gotta ask, speaking of doing stuff like that, how long, because I know you've been playing this a while to get this run done, how many hours would you say you put into this run?
Jeez. I want to say, on here, we ignore that damaging area there with some well-timed drops. But I would say probably in the last, month alone, about 100 at least for the, nope, wrong one. There we go. And usually those, you scared me. Usually the little platforms that you see there, they, like the fire ones, you have to go to flame drill and operate it, but we ain't got time for that. So the fun thing is, here is the second version of the turtle boss, back and angrier than ever, but this one has a special weakness, which is Ice Kunai.
I mean, it kind of looks like the same weakness as the one before, where you just kind of threw stars at its face.
Why are you so mean?
Listen, you said he was friendly.
He is friendly.
Now he's friendly.
He was in the way.
He was just trying to give you gifts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that was. You didn't understand what his gift was.
That's all it was.
Wow. And speaking of which, by the way, 100 hours played, but we also just got a $100 donation from Anonymous with no comment, but helping us raise money for Race Forward, which is who we're raising money through tonight. So make sure to go ahead if you want to support and you want to help us raise money towards that $30,000 mark, which we are so close to. You can go ahead and do !donate in chat or use the Twitch donate tool.
And you can use your donations in there to assign stuff to incentives as well. But, oh, excuse me. I had a little bit of a frog in my throat on a personal level. Oh, it looks like we got some money going down for the bid war on Octopath Traveler as well. So, yeah, oh, we actually want to see it in English. Interesting. I'm surprised to see that, considering the fact that a lot of times it's usually the Japanese ones that people go for, because I know the Japanese ones is actually the faster of the two speed runs. But going through the English route is a good way to add maybe a few more minutes to your run if that's something that you're looking for. I can understand completely if you want more Octopath. Truly.
So in this level, the boss holding the flying suit, she's like, oh, I got it. I know what to do. I will set up 2 switches, and you won't be able to get it. Surprise, we can hit 2 switches. It just takes us a little bit to get to it.
See, I could never.
Yeah, I feel like I missed the part where I actually could get the drop down with the purple suit to be invulnerable in the spikes. Like, that's just something I feel like I'm missing the memo on entirely.
See, I just get scared every time I see a spike pit thanks to Mega Man. I'm like, I must avoid. I get that cyber elf. I must avoid all spikes. Like, I just can't avoid it. I don't think I could ever do this run.
Oh, you'll be fine. I believe in you. You're probably going to do it on potatoes.
Yeah.
You know, maybe. But you know what else I'm going to do?
What's that?
I'm going to tell you a little bit about Race Forward for just a second here, chat. Race Forward believes housing is a human right, not just a commodity. Their housing and land justice initiative fights to eliminate racial hierarchies in property ownership and create solutions to ensure stable, dignified, and affordable homes for all communities. And right now, the money that you're helping us to raise tonight goes towards that. And speaking of which, money just came in. We got a $15 donation from Jason T, taking us $110 away from $29,500, and also helping with that milestone and incentive towards our Sekiro showcase and Ronnie. So make sure to take a look at that, and don't forget about these fun things while you're donating, Chad.
Just looking around at all the tech and movement and whatnot that's happening here, because one thing I will say is as you're running through levels again, it all starts to kind of come together. But BigBeaz is actually doing some traversal around multiple levels all at once, because I don't believe that since you're on New Game Plus, you're not doing these levels in order, are you?
No, I am.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure 100%, because I know in some cases for New Game Plus, you don't have to specifically do that. And so you can kind of just pick the levels in the fastest order based on what you need to do. But again, the story of the game is pretty straightforward and simple. You get some suits, bad things are happening, your homies say, well, that's not okay. And then you go about your day, and you kind of punch a bunch of robots in the teeth.
Okay.
Not the teeth. You know, do you think? So for robots, like when you punch out their teeth, can they just? Is that just like a pop-in memory module? Like, do they just go to the robot dentist?
Yeah.
See, I knew you were gonna go that direction. See, I knew y'all was gonna go that route, but I don't think that it's robot dentures so much as it's just missing parts. And I feel like it's something like they knock out their teeth, and it's the equivalent of knocking out like a keyboard piece. Like, you know how sometimes you'll see people with keyboards and some of their keys are missing? Same vibes as that. It's not necessarily the worst thing, but it definitely looks jank.
And speaking of which, talking about fantastic things, by the way, we're $80 away, chat. $80 from $29,500. Y'all are just speeding through this. I had a Pokemon pun all planned, and then y'all completely went through 151. So you know what? Y'all are $80 away. 80 doll hairs, something that, you know, we were talking about bald earlier, but, you know, we just got donated 80 doll hairs. And speaking of which, $5 coming from Cassasaur saying, Bees, is that man or is it Champrel, the game wizard? I don't know anymore. Keep it up and let's keep donating.
We're all Champrel.
Y'all are smashing it. We're
I don't know.
Champrel.
We're all No, see, we can't all be Champrel because Bees out here with 12 jobs. So I was actually going to ask which Bees are we speaking with? Is this gaming Bees? Or what do we got going on here?
Berserk Bees.
This is regular Bees?
Yeah, the others are
no
just
bat
chilling.
bees today?
No, not today.
No bat bees. Okay,
He
bat
actually
bees
had a
stays to the
PTA meeting
shadows.
he had to go to, so, you know, we'll miss him.
Go Berserk!
So, as you saw there for that one, she has a wonderful little trick that if we use the Ice Kunai, we can just keep attacking her up where she likes to fly. And then I just swap to, once she gets to the point where she activates her Berserk move, that's usually about almost at 2 HP, or 2 little blocks. And that is perfect time for me to whip out this one and destroy her. Come on. So now, of course,
you're being invaded again.
Yeah, because we have the best security ever, we are being invaded once again.
Not the invasion. What is this, Dark Souls?
I was gonna say, it sounds like y'all need to get some better security or like hire them boys or something, because this is about as bad as Dark Souls. I'm about expecting everybody to come in with a red aura here in a second.
Oh my
Like,
God.
why are these all here? Who are these people? Please, respectfully go away. I don't know what's happening anymore.
Chat, chat is wondering how you hold down 12 jobs. Can you inspire us for a minute? How do you do it?
Well, you know, it's my day starts like everybody else's. I wake up, I look in the mirror, I put my pants on one arm at a time, and you know.
Yo, what? Hold on. You put your pants on how? You put your pants on how?
Yeah, one arm at a time, like everybody else.
That's not how you put on pants.
Oh, how do you put on pants then, PT?
You put them on one leg at a time.
With what?
What do you mean with what?
With your arms.
I mean, I don't. I put my pants on both legs at a time.
There you go. But what do you use to do
That's-
that? Your arms.
That's not, that don't,
Thank you.
no,
welcome.
not thank you. What do you use to do that? Those two things don't correlate all of a sudden just because you have to use your hands to put on your pants.
Yeah.
Okay, but you know what else Bees is very good at making up, just like that pants story they just told us?
What's
You know what
that?
else? Some puns. Chat, for every $5 dono, Bees will tell you a pun.
There you go.
No,
Their
we're not doing this.
masterful collection. Why
No,
not? Listen, chat, that's how you
no.
know you need to do this, because PT is
That's
fully
not-
against it. I think we need a pun train, all right? PT is adamantly against this, chat, okay?
I don't understand why am I always in it is the better question. That's what I'm confused about.
Come on, we can make it. Just donate, and then, you know, I'll make a couple jokes. You know, PT won't have to be such a caboose, and, you know, we'll get it.
You just called me a caboose? Are you
listen,
serious?
I'm sorry, I love you. Don't hurt me.
If y'all want to watch the televised beatdown of
Yeah.
Bees after this, make sure to donate. I'm not sure what the incentive on that one is. Probably $1 million, but you know, if you got it, drop it.
Oh my God.
The televising, yeah, probably, but I've been earning a beatdown for a while now, so.
I also love how chat's calling out how this is a shmup stage. I love how the actual shmup is literally just K putting on his wingsuit and old girl being like, let me catch a ride right quick.
Yeah.
And that's the shmup. That's the entire shmup is let me hop on right quick and fly through. If that's cool with y'all, thanks.
And speaking of donos, by the way, we just had a $25 donation from Chris saying, amazing to see how far you've come since seeing you showcase this game on the Steam sale. I love you, Bees. And you know what? This might be your last chance, if PT has anything to say about it, of you being able to watch this run, because I don't know where Bees is going to be after this. We're just
Probably gonna be at his
$55
18th
away.
job.
Yeah.
18.
He probably gonna be at his 18th job.
You missed the 13th. How did we get to?
Oh,
Okay.
this is an even week, so I don't have to do that one.
Okay. Chat, give me those puns. I need to see the bees puns. All right. And also, we have, speaking of puns, we got a $5 dono from Musume saying, "One pun, please."
One pun, please.
There
Please,
you go,
may I
chat.
have a pun?
So what's the pun, bees?
Right.
Oh God, sorry. I'm focused, so I can't.
This is fair.
do a
It's probably
pun
better that way
right now,
anyway.
even though it would have been wonderful, but I just have to sit
Okay,
back.
well, speaking
I
of
want to
language,
point out that this was your fault. You did this.
you know what? So on that language note, did y'all know that we just had a bid war open up for Octopath Traveler 2 for the language choice, which is going on right now. $25 for English, and currently it is in the lead, but we also have the option for Japanese. And Bees, are you able to make Japanese language puns? Like,
No,
can we get
no, I
honest meeting?
cannot. But I will put attention right now to what I'm doing, which is elevator stacking. You
I
just
was
sit
just
here
about
on
to
the
say,
wall.
are you stacking them all?
Yep, because it sounds so nice when I do that.
Oh, wow. I was actually about to ask about that explicitly because I saw that you were riding a wall. I was like, I wonder if he's stacking all of them on purpose and he can kill all of them at once. I love having a hard confirmation.
Also, PT,
nice movement.
speaking of confirmations, I may have to read out this dono.
Oh, God. Okay, let's do it.
So we just got a $10 dono from Courtney Rail saying, "Okay, have to donate to tell Thor, PT, and Bees a weird canonical fact about Mega Man and teeth. There's a manga called Mr. Mega Man that shows the Robot Masters in lives after being beaten by Mega Man. And in that manga, Mega Man is a dentist. So, yeah, that's a thing. Let's make that Inner Bosses Showcase a thing, too. And thank you so much for putting that $10 forward towards the milestone and incentive. It's a 2-for-1 special, and thank you very much."
Skip.
Oh, we're death skipping. So
I
hang
need
on
to
a second.
focus
If you're
here.
going to... Oh.
All right. Woo!
And speaking of skipping, we're skipping right to 29,500. We are $15 away, Chad.
So I would like to, when you're not focused on having to kill 875 people. Okay, so what exactly did you skip there in particular?
So
Like
there
how
is
much
an
level are we talking about
elevator.
skipping?
A lot, because there is an elevator there that takes a while to go up. And instead of having to dodge left and right and just sit there and ride the elevator slowly to let you go on through another like 3 minutes of level, I was like, no, and just dashed through the extremely deadly flames that if you touch them, you will die. And just got to a little secret side area that lets you get out quicker. You'll see me do quite a few skips. I got one more of those coming up. And yeah, that one is the really hard one. This one is, the one I just did was super easy compared to it.
So is that your favorite skip because it's so easy? Or?
So we're still doing... Oh, you only wore it for like 2 seconds. Now I'm sad.
You scared me there for a minute. I was like, what's going on?
Oh, no, because like the flame drill outfit is like my favorite one aesthetically. It just is. And I don't know. I think it's because it has the big goofy claws that make no sense. And I'm just like, it's adorable. I think that this is my favorite outfit. And it is. It absolutely is. And I got to see it for 2 seconds, which is more than 0 seconds I had a moment ago.
You'll get to see it later on.
Oh,
The
sensation.
dopamine rush of seeing your favorite form. We love to see it. We love to see it.
It's delightful. Who developed this game? I hadn't heard of it before. This is done by Berserk Boy Games. They are self-published and a self-dev. As a matter of fact, they have a Discord. You can go hang out with them and see the adventures of Zoo, who is the dev of this game. And definitely support it. Definitely give them all your love. It's a fun game. It's super duper dope. I also am surprised that Beast went with this category as opposed to the one that I called him out for many years ago, which is the time trial of this game. Because there's actual like challenges you can do that do individual levels for everything, and it times you and gives you a score based on how fast you are and how efficient you are with your movement. So what happened to that, Bees?
I don't know. I just started running, and then I was like, man, what category am I going to do? And then I saw this one. I was like, heck yeah, let's do it. Come on. There we go.
This is definitely one of those games that is just so fun to run, even just casually. And I gotta say, the movement in this is one of my favorite, especially with that dash that you get and the double dash later in the game. It just really flows so nicely. And also, another thing that flows really nicely is if you don't want to have to leave the stream, you can use !donate or you can go ahead and use the Twitch charity tool, which allows you to stay on the stream. So if you want to donate towards this, you want to hear these make some more puns, make sure to put those $5 donos in, and we're just $15 away from 29,500. We also have a $25 dono from Brew saying, amazing event, amazing runners. I 100% agree.
Soaring wind.
So now we're using a lot more of the Soaring Wind one, but this is also around the level in the game where I like how they actually kind of give you a good little spot for introducing items, introducing your suits, and then giving you a lot of stuff to actually play around with. But as I mentioned, with this being New Game Plus and you having everything out the gate, it makes things very, very interesting because some of these areas you wouldn't be able to get to. Or at least because you're on the regular game, you wouldn't have the upgrades to do fun stuff with them. And in turn, whenever you're stressed out about trying to travel around because you feel like you don't have enough stuff, you don't think about all the fun ways you can actually use those items.
And also, we just hit $29,500. And the message comes from $15 from GOG Polly saying 500 to go. Let's go. We are so quick to $30,000. Chat, can we get a countdown? Let's build up that hype. Let's go. We are so close to $30,000. Can we make it before the end of this run? Can we out-bees the bees?
I believe in it.
I
think it is very, very doable.
Because it is faster to take a death and do this skip than to ride the elevator.
Oh, the elevator, you'd still be like a third of the way through in this particular level?
Ah, yes. So yeah, if you touch any of that, it kills you immediately, which is the difficulty of this.
And also, not only that, you know, I'm the type of person who, if I think the elevator is taking too long, I'll just run up or run down the stairs. Like that's the type of person I am. So I feel that skip. I feel that death.
I was gonna say, I feel that in my bones on a realistic level because sometimes I just don't have the time and patience to wait for it. If you've ever been to a mainline event here at GDQ, sometimes you'll find yourself in that exact same predicament where you're just kind of looking like, I'm not waiting for the elevator. I am simply going to take the stairs. I'm not dealing with this. Imagine taking the stairs by choice.
Especially when people are pouring out of there. Especially when people are pouring out of there. I'm just like, nah, it's stairs time.
Not gonna deal with all of that. But yes, thank you so much everyone for $29.5. It is super appreciated. And we are actually $490 away from 30K. I still have the faith. I'm gonna maintain being a believer. We have about 20 minutes remaining to get $490. I think with the power of puns, favorite Mega Man levels, and even some bid wars that you definitely have one correct answer to, that this is very, very attainable.
And speaking of attainable, you know what else is attainable? We're $96 away from $1,000 for our Sekiro Inner Bosses Showcase from Gaming Musume to see some of the hardest bosses in the game taken out in absolute style. Chat, we're so close to 1,000 for that. So make sure when you're put into that, for any dono that you put in towards that incentive, because it also helps us with that milestone and is a 2-for-1 at no extra cost.
So back into shmup fashion, you know it's a Mega Man inspired game because sometimes you just fight entire entities. You just fight the entire bunker because, you know, that makes perfect sense, fighting a bunker as a singular boy with a small child on your back.
And a companion bird following you, cheering you on.
The companion bird also kind of hates you, if we're being really honest. The companion bird kind of honestly hates you.
We have to have the beat analog, okay? We need it.
I mean, do we? Are we sure?
I mean, listen, we got beat, we got tango, we got all the Mega mascots, okay? Rush. I mean, I don't know. I think you're gonna do it. You got it.
Which one of the wildest things in this, sorry to interrupt, is yeah, you can teleport, you can use all these crazy wild suits that are amazing, but at no point at all in this game does anybody look at Fiore, which is the bird, and go, why is there a flame out of his back?
You know, that's just the exhaust port.
Yeah.
That's just the exhaust port.
Birds don't have exhaust ports.
Yeah, you know those living creatures that need exhaust ports?
Tell that to the bird outside my window in the morning. The exhaust port is that thing chirping away, waking me up. And speaking of wonderful peeps chirping in, we've got $9.48 from Katzini saying, it's good to see people enjoying the runs and supporting each other. It's a great cause to give justice to the unjust. From Australia, and always offer my hand in mateship. I got a pun. This speedrunner name and the name of the game is perfect. Let's go Berserk. Oh my God. Let's go Berserk. You know what?
Dear Lord.
Thank you for the $9.48 donation, taking us just $485 away from 30K, chat.
I feel like this is one of those things where if I say that that's actually his name in the Discord, I'm going to be absolutely dragged for eternity because people are going to be like, so we get it. And it's like, please don't get it.
It's too late. It's already been put out there. After this, you're going to see Bees with the name Berserk. This is another new persona in the Bees multiverse universe.
Are we switching over to the Bees multiverse now instead of the shampoo one?
It's going to be Bees-Zootiful. Sorry, I'll see my way out. You can thank Ash for that one.
Thanks, Ash.
Oh, okay, so you're getting intel from the side. I see what's happening here. Okay.
Just this one.
No, that's fine. Cool. I'm not bothered. You're bothered.
I don't know.
Now,
see, I make a pun.
I think we're at the end of this is the last level for the oh my goodness, of this world. We still have 2 more worlds after this, so.
Well, you know what else we got too? We got another fantastic donation, a $5 donation from Adam47513, saying, I want to say how much I appreciate PT. Talking with her at the BAF table at SGDQ last year is what inspired me to get more involved with the GDQ community, and it has made my life so much better. And for everybody else, remember, it's PT's fault. Y'all got to deal with me. See, we love that. We love that.
Hold on. How are you going to say something is my fault? Like, again, I have to ask the question, why am I always in it? Like, I just be here minding my business, eating hot chip. I try to help out people. I try to just commentate on their couch and talk about their Mega Man game that I got them introduced to, but then they don't want to speed run me in. And then I try to, like, work with everybody around me, and I get thrown all over the place. Like, what is happening here? What is going on?
I mean, I'm just saying, chat, you know, the PC blame, throw it into the donos, Kay. Throw it into the donos.
You would have people donate to blame me.
Absolutely. Listen, 100%. Absolutely. I mean, listen, I've never done anything wrong in my life, but PT?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Chat, if I go missing later, you know where I went. Help.
What do you mean? I haven't done anything. I'm literally trying to sit here and help raise money for Race Forward, and I'm being dragged all over the place. Thank you. Why am I in it?
I mean, listen, I did say the only time you catch hands from PT is when you've done something wrong, which I clearly just did. So, just say it.
So these are some pretty hard skips.
I believe
as you see, we could take the elevator or the little side scroller escalator thing, but instead of that, I want to go fast. So,
I mean, that's the whole premise of being in a speed run in the first place is going fast. I don't think that we're speed running to do a casual playthrough, or else you'd have an entire stream to yourself. I'm actually trying to remember how long my casual playthrough of this took. Ooh. I think, did I do it in a single stream?
Okay,
I don't think I did it in
I
a
need to
single
focus.
sitting.
Here is the hardest skip to me.
Berserk! Ice Kuna! Berserk! Ice Kuna! Berserk! Iced tuna! Berserk!
Yes. All right.
Nice.
Now we get to the
Nice.
second
Nice.
part,
Uh-oh.
which I can't die here because if I die here, I got to start it all over. So,
And chat, they cannot hear me right now, but
come on, there we go.
we
Beautiful.
are so close to $30,000.
Nice.
And we see that happen.
So I really enjoy that it's also set up for you if you actually have like the chops to go do it and you want to get into it. That is something that, based on the signposting there, that's intentional. That was very intentional. It's just.
Speaking of intentional, gone?
Here you go, PT.
I was gonna say it's
Can we
just Now see, you went on a gap. That's why I started talking. Oh, chat, look at it. Look at that cute spiky boy.
And sadly, we have
He's
to
a
go through
spiky
this because
boy.
we can't skip this until now. And coming up, you're going to see something very interesting. Because as that elevator goes, or that little side swiper thing, the game won't load until it's done. So your boy has to learn how to. I just navigated a whole room blind.
You say that so casually.
Yeah.
Also, something I want to call out about these bosses for this entire game. So, Mega Man games will typically, you have your bosses just in the room, they kind of strike a pose, and you get to hear the whole health bar come up. The bosses for this are all people that are otherwise civilians working for alleged evil organization TM. And you get to talk to them beforehand as they then get items that give them their suits. And then if you're playing the vanilla game, it's beating those bosses that will get you those items in that suit. And as Beaz called out, we are getting close to the second to last, we're getting close to the end of the actual run itself, because with him being beat, now you have your final suit you've seen Beaz using a couple times. It kind of looks like he's shooting out a beam, and it kind of gives out, it's for scanning things, but as you upgrade it, as you can see, it does much more than scan things. Now that he's down, we're just going through the last levels, and that means we have about, I want to say, 5 to 8 minutes to get the $480 we need to hit 30K. I think that we can do it. I'm a believer. I refuse to not believe.
Can we get $100 a minute, chat? Because I think we can. I think we can. And speaking of which, you know, that bid war with the Mario and Sonic bit right there, I need to ask.
Yes.
Beaz, PT, who's your favorite, and why are
I'm
they
not
better?
answering
I want to
this.
know. Come on. Listen, PT. Okay, who's the better design character? Do you like Mario?
I'm not answering this.
No? Okay, so
I'm
then
not
we're just going to
answering
assume
these
that PT likes Sonic better, okay? We're just going to assume that because PT won't answer. But I'm going to say Mario in this case for PT. And Beaz, you
know what?
love Sonic, right?
I'm
Yeah,
not.
you know,
listen, you
since
wouldn't
PT's
answer.
got all that Mario love on lock, I guess I'll go for Sonic. You know, just so Sonic gets some love too.
You're not going
I
to
guess
force
you're
me to
losing out on Sonic. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
I'm the one that made the.
Wait. So I got to know that. I mean, you obviously have an investment in this, just like chat. Which I mean, Sonic's at 1,677, Mario's at 1,315. So are you saying that chat is currently wrong?
Yes.
I mean. Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. Oh.
So PT is a Mario fan. Well, Chad,
I'm not a Mario fan.
Wow.
I'm not taking
okay.
this slander.
There was no slander here.
refuse.
You said it.
All right, so I was wrong. This is the last world. So we just have to hurry up and get through these last 3 levels, and that will be the game. Pretty much at this point, it's like, oh, I have all the things. Now we can go take on Dr. Genos, who's the evil mastermind behind all this. And we take the fight to him.
So Beaz, taking that banter back to you for a second.
Yes.
So who do you think is better and why?
I would say Sonic for more representation.
Okay, well I guess then You know, I guess chat so far agrees with you, but I don't know about what PT thinks, so, you know, I guess we're just gonna have to stay mum on that one for now.
I'm glad that someone in chat understands me. These allegations are untrue because we already know that Sonic is the better answer. I'm saying I'm not answering because you asking questions that you should know the answer to already.
I mean, should I? Chat, do you agree? I mean, I don't know. I think Mario might be better. I think Mario might be better.
Why would you think that? I want you to explain to me why you think Mario would be better besides just trolling me. Make sure you speak clearly into the microphone.
You know, I don't think I can influence chat here. I think chat needs to make their own mind up, and I wouldn't want to ruin the sanctity of that. So I'm going to let chat vote with their donos here towards that bid war. But, you know, I'll tell you afterwards what I think. Just for the sanctity of the bid war.
I'm tired of you.
PT White. And chat, we're just $450 away. Can we make it to 30,000 by the end of this run? Y'all are crushing it with these donos, raising money for Race Forward, who believes housing is a human right, not just a commodity. Their Housing and Land Justice Initiative fights to eliminate racial hierarchies in property ownership and create solutions to ensure stable, dignified, and affordable homes for all communities. Unfortunately, the one thing that PT is not doing is giving a home to their opinion of the mascot.
Dang.
If I answer it, will you leave me alone?
Maybe.
You know, that depends.
Maybe. I'm so tired of y'all. I'm sick. Okay, look. So I grew up on Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog is the one that influenced the individual that you're dealing with in this precise moment today, because it was pretty much the moment I got into Sonic the Hedgehog 2 that it all kind of went downhill. Now, I was actually just talking about this with Cedric from Race Forward, who was here earlier and is part of the team that we are raising money for. I was talking about how I have personal disdain for the way that Nintendo treats their peoples, because the fact that y'all are getting finessed and playing Mario 64 number 27 is absolutely diabolical work to me. And don't get me wrong, a lot of the Sonic games can be repetitive too, but at least they tried to get creative. At least they tried to give you things like Sonic Colors is there, Sonic Heroes is there. We have things like Sonic and the Secret Rings. I understand everybody wants to dunk on Sonic 06, but they genuinely did try to bring out varieties of content with that, and then actually got beat up for it because y'all insisted that y'all wanted Mario 64 number 963. So like, y'all don't even get discounts. Y'all don't even get discounts. When's the last time you've had a sale?
Oh my God! You know,
when is the last time?
I've seen Nintendo go on sale. It goes from like $60 to $59.98.
I knew you was gonna say that, and I still went for it. I'm tired. Oh my God. I'm sick to death of you. I'm sick. Now, I will say, even though I have lots of Mario slander, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga is one of my favorite RPGs.
You know that's solid. And you know what else is solid, by the way?
What's that?
We're at $999 raised for that Inner Bosses Showcase. Chat, we're $1 away from reaching 1,000 for that showcase, which is also a 2-for-1 for that Immortal Severance glitchless upgrade to our Sekiro run for later. And we are just under $1,915 towards that milestone as well. So we are so close, chat. We're at $29,635 raised tonight. And chat, can we get to 700 on that? Can we get to 700? Maybe, I don't know, maybe 30. But let's see some countdowns, chat. We're making progress. And speaking of which, we also just got a $25 donation in from Kai, the Relatively Good. I'm guessing that's to go up against PT's, Nintendo slander here. I don't know.
That's not slander. That's just truth. Those are bars. Like, what are you talking about? No one's answering me now. When is the last time you've seen a sale? And you can't say when you got it from GameStop, because that's not sale. That's a resale. Those are two different things.
Okay, but $20 from Gerard just came in. It says, I blame PT for being a delight to watch play games. All right, so you're being blamed again. That's the message, PT.
So once again, I'm in it when I didn't ask to be. I asked to commentate for the couch, and I'm getting bullied. Why? Don't know. Not sure. It's just a thing that we feel like doing. That's cool, I guess.
Because we love you.
I
And you know what else we love? That bullying support from Gerard just bought us up to $1,000 and $1,019 raised for that Sekiro Shadows Die Twice Inner Boss Showcase. So let's see some hype here. We are getting very, very close towards these milestones and incentives, and y'all are crushing it. But yep, it's all PT's fault. Tell some the donos what PT is at fault for here, chat. I want to know.
What do you mean?
What do you get? $5 dono train. Listen, PT's about to slam me. Okay, I need y'all to tell me in chat. Or I need y'all to tell me the donos quick.
Oh my god. The answer to I was beginning on when was the last sale. I'm saying, you see the dodging. I got pressured into explaining why I like Sonic. No one's telling me when's the last time they had a Nintendo sale.
Because they're still waiting on it.
Let me be nice because I'm gonna mess around and get everybody in trouble. But I also enjoy how you can tell it's the last level. I enjoy how all the pseudo-tech games, you always know you're in the final levels based on the backgrounds and based on how things turn into a peculiar purple hue. Like, I don't know what it is about that where it's just like, so purple is the evil color. I simply do not get it.
Disney.
What does Disney have to do with it?
All their villains are purple.
Green
You
and
got
purple.
Ursula, you've got Malevolent, you've got, I mean, I don't know. Like, you've got so many that are just purple and green. You've got so many.
I'm not silent because I can't. Well, actually, I am silent because I can't think of anything. Because now I'm actually playing that back. I'm like, huh.
Yeah. Think about it.
Most of them are. Most of them are purple and green. That's. I mean, because you have your usual cues too of red and black.
Yeah.
Because Jafar is red and black, and then if you want to count Scar, then that's a technical version of red and black. You say what?
I said Scar's more purple and green, especially when he's in.
Scar is not purple and green. Scar is not purple and green.
Not Scar himself, but Scar, like the background and like the mood.
Oh no, that you're right. That actually, you're right. Because even when he's like singing "Be Prepared" and stuff, all that fire is green.
Yep.
That is actually the first thing that came to mind when you said that.
It's menacing. It's menacing.
I feel like there's some typecasting happening. I don't like it. I don't like it. Purple's a nice color. I don't know why it's associated with evil.
You know, do we have a purple hedgehog character? Do we have a purple Sonic character besides SBO?
Blaze is purple. Blaze is purple.
You know what? She's amazing. And you know what else is amazing is this next dono, which has $20 from King Raggles saying, "My soda went flat and it's PT's fault."
What? Hold on. We are not doing this.
I'm don't kill the messenger, okay? I only read what it said, and you know, chat is always right.
Hold on. Your soda went flat and it's my fault. How is it my? What'd you say, Bees?
No, I just said this is the final level.
I thought that's what you said. I wanted to make sure. So, chat, that means we got. What are we at? We need $325 to get to $30,000. And all I'm saying is that there's a bid war out there for the languages. And if somebody wanted to put somebody overwhelmingly in the lead, I would not stop you. I would not stop you because.
Oh, gone. I was going to say, we also only. I just want to let you know about the Sekiro run. For the Sekiro incentive that we have, we only have 30 minutes into that Sekiro run for that incentive to be met. So that window is closing. So if you want to make donos towards those incentives for either the Octopath Traveler 2 or the Sekiro run, now is the time to do so because we are closing in towards the later part of the night. PT, it's your fault. The soda's flat.
I'm not. No, it's not. No, it isn't. I refuse to believe this. You're not going to do this to me.
I mean,
the best part about this run is hearing somebody other than me take flack for stuff. It's very, very nice to enjoy.
Oh, goodness gracious me.
It's okay. PT can give me flack about how poorly I do in the inner bosses Sekiro boss fights because, you know, PT's much better than me at that. But you know who's really good at this? Is Gaming Musume. Like, you've seen Gaming Musume's run of the inner bosses, right, PT?
I haven't, actually. I actually want to see it because I've seen the inner bosses. I haven't seen Musume's run of inner bosses in particular.
Oh man, yeah, no, watching somebody go up against the 3 hardest bosses of the game is kind of a joy, especially if you've ever been through that. And just like I know BeigBeaz is crushing this last level in Berserk, but I know we've got Musume who's going to be crushing those last 3 bosses, but it's gonna be a joy. Make sure you get in those donos, chat, because I really want to see that showcased so badly. And we're just $275 away, chat. Can we get the $29,000 or $30,000 before the end of this run? Y'all are crushing it.
I like to call this one the OK Saloon because, you know, they just pop up and all I got to do. There's no armored enemies here. It's just these guys. So just shooting fish in a barrel until this area ends.
Not the fish in a barrel. I actually really love the form you were just using, by the way. I'm not sure if it's intentional, but it reminds me a lot of a character from a game called Boktai named Django. And I know the developer of Berserk Boy is also a huge Boktai lover, but the designs in this game just go so hard.
And now we're going to do the infinite.
Oh, no, it's all really good. Yes, the one infinite jump.
Oh, it's
also, we
back.
just
okay,
erupted through some of our goals. We are now at $29,920, chat. We're just $80 away from reaching $30,000 raised, and a $150 donation for Race 4 just came through from Anonymous. There's no comment provided, but we know that's going towards a great place towards Race 4. Thank you so much, chat. Let's see some hype.
All right, here we go. Let's see if I can do this skip.
So close.
Yes.
Yeah, we're $80 away. I believe in us. We can do it, chat. As
Tell us how much it's all PT's fault. Tell us how it's PT's fault that BeigBeaz fell.
Stop telling people that it's my fault. I literally just be here existing. I'm trying my best, y'all. My ginger ale is empty. Okay?
Chat, tell us it's all PT's fault. That soda went flat because of PT.
Soda went flat because the PT is out of control. I cannot deal with y'all right now. I'm not being held accountable for somebody's flat soda.
You know.
Do it again.
Just saying. Oh,
why are we just saying? I continue to ask, why am I being held accountable? I actually wanted to ask too, if like there's a reason that you get the tendrils going and then you're not going to use them. I've seen it this entire run and I keep meaning to ask and I forget. Because I see that like, oh wait, never mind.
Because it slows you down when you want to like attack things. Because he'll stop and fire out at however many that you got available. We were trying to avoid this.
Chat, this is
fine.
Final
Time
boss.
is about to come up. And time is now.
Nice.
What a fantastic run with the Berserk Boy. Oh my God. Yo.
So we'll go through all the suits. So this is PT's favorite.
It is. I love the red one. Flight Boy.
There's
Recon Boy. Berserk Boy. Let's just rename all of them. Berserk Boy, Drill Boy, Shinobi Boy, Recon Boy, and Hawk Boy. Not to be confused with Hawkeye. Those are 2 different people.
You know. Also, chat, we are just $25 away from $30,000. And also, what an incredible run. I also need to read off this one before we go and take it away to BeigBeaz in just a second. We have $25 from Zokoban saying, Thor, I can't believe it's your fault Bees fell. Zoku, I thought we were friends.
You're not.
Thought we were friends. Wow. Okay,
it's a learning experience for all parties involved. You're not.
Okay, well, you know what? Fine. We're just 15 doll hairs away to give some hair to the balls. But I guess we can take it away with Bees. Bees, that was an incredible run for Berserk Boy. Thank you so much for showcasing this and doing this amazing speedrun. Can you tell people what it is you do and where they can find you? And PT, I guess you as well, And never mind, hold up. Wait. Before we go on to that, I got some great news. We just hit $30,000. $30,100. You can't blame me for this, PT. We did this.
I can.
30,000. No, you can't.
We did.
30,000.
I love the interjection of you can't yell at me. Get hype, but you can't yell at me. Oh my God, that was wonderful.
Oh my God. What a wonderful run. Bees, with that being said, with all that hype in the chat, let's see it, chat. Let's hear it for Bees. Bees, tell us where people can find you and what you're going to be doing. And then PT, you as well.
Well, thank you for that. Hello, everybody. I am BigBeaz, your happy, helpful harbinger of hype. I am Black in a Flash's residential wild card. Because it's I won't go away. They left the door open, so I'm stuck here. And they can't get rid of me because they keep feeding me. So, yeah. But yes, you can catch me on my Twitch stream at big_beaz, BEAZ, where now that I'm done with this run, I will be resuming Expedition 33. Which is a wonderful game. Loving it so far. Definitely catch me. Oh, if you are a fan of podcasts, please check out my podcast network across the plains, where our flagship show, Digiverse, which is a Digimon actual play, just finished the first season. So you got a whole bunch of goodness to catch up on. A lot of tearful eyes everywhere. And we have 2 other phenomenal shows, Dragons of Rulo and Hero Complex. So please check those out wherever podcasts are sold. Also, I got a whole bunch of other stuff I'm going to be a part of, so just follow me Twitter at biggest_bees or Blue Sky at BigBeaz.
And also, PT, before you go, I got to ask, we've just hit $30,000 on this third day.
We did.
Back to Black. How are you feeling about this wonderful milestone and all the love that's gone into this event? Because you have put so much time and effort into this, along with an amazing staff and crew and just everyone involved. How are you feeling right now?
I am absolutely blown away. I'm floored. I'm inspired. I cannot overstate how much I appreciate everyone coming by, hanging out, and supporting us on our endeavors to bring forth awareness and also some aid to Race Forward in particular. Because Race Forward, as I've said before, I want to just reiterate it again, that when it comes to Race Forward and their mission, they're doing a little bit of everything. I know that there's some places out there that they focus on like maybe 1 or 2 things, but Race Forward is trying to focus on so many different things, like racial inequity and inequality. They're focusing on education. They're focusing on trying to combat redlining. They're focusing on trying to combat anything around law enforcement and the way that they target POC communities. If you are somebody that cares about current events that are happening in the world and things that are happening all around us, especially here in the United States, that are absolutely devastating to hear and see on a daily basis, it is absolutely critical that you donate to organizations like Race Forward, because this is only the beginning of the fight. What they are doing is they are combating things that are the underlying root causes of some of the atrocities and the news that we've seen in the last handful of months. And I know that I do not have to go into the detailings of that, but if those are things that make you step back and take pause, this cause is actively working and fighting to dismantle nastiness and absolute atrocities of that nature. So I cannot thank you all enough for helping us on our endeavors. I cannot stress enough that you want to see this Inner Bosses showcase and you want to see the full run of Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. The Shura ending is the bad ending. Nobody likes the Shura ending. Who wants to go up and go against their family, finally get the healing that they need just to turn into a demon? Because that's really what it comes down to. You want the better ending because everyone deserves the best Sekiro ending that we have access to. And again, thank you, everybody, so much for your support and showing out with us this entire weekend. We have a lot more content coming, so you still don't get a full send-off from me. That is just the beginning of my speeches. You're still stuck here. So I'm going to throw it back to Thor so we can get ready for our next run.
Actually, PT, I got one more question for you before we do that. Can I ask, you said about people getting involved and getting the good ending. How can people help us get that good ending? How can people who are not in POC communities and otherwise get involved with events like this to help towards those endeavors which you just talked about?
So in terms of the actual event that we're doing, !donate in chat, or you can go to gdq.gg/donate for all of our friendos that are out there on YouTube watching. And if you're on mobile, make your life a little bit easier. You can go down to the panels and hit the donate button, or you can use the Twitch charity tool. This way you don't have to navigate away from anything and get a secondary window. You can just stay here, hang out, and drop those doll hairs to help with those causes. And if you're talking about outside of the GDQ sphere, I do want to take a moment to say, get involved however you can. If it's something like this and you say, man, I don't have money to help like that right now, and I really, really wish that I did, share this stream with your friends. Share it with your family. Share these links with your friends and your family, people that you know that want to do something, because that passive fundraising is a monster help. If you want to get involved with other things, talk to people in those communities and see how you can help. I know that for some places right now, it's things like housing help or even babysitting efforts so that people can go out there and be in the streets to combat these types of things and help with those other types of endeavors. But last but not least, just spreading the word in any magnitude, just spreading the word. Do the best that you can because it's the best that you can do. Yeah?
PT, fantastically said. And again, thank you so much for putting on this event. And one last thing before we go, and then we're going to take a very quick break, is we have a $10 donation from Lands that says #blame PT. Okay, we're going to go.